I just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Cody Burke and Kirk Marble have the front row. Zach Wells and Richie Joplin on the second row. Garrett Korn and Chad Johnson on the third row. Brandon Jennings, Austin Ruskov have the fourth row. Kyle Reeder and Nicholas Johnson rounding out the top 10. Patrick Pieper starting in 11th next to Larry Eddy in 12th. Alex Harper in 13th, Josh Nichols in 14th, Bryson Witherspoon in 15th, Jake Archibald in 16th, Cody Dean in 17th, Jacob Morgan in 18th, Jeremy Edwards in 19th, Mark the Man Dantuma starting in 20th. Chad Ragsdale and Aaron Brill round out the 22-car field here at Kentucky. Richie Joplin saying he may not make it to the end of the race. He has to be up early for work tomorrow. And Darrell cheering on Austin Ruskov here tonight. Looks like the drivers are rolling. Cody rolling quickly. Unfortunately, the camera crew did not get the grid cam set up. We'll have a talk with them before next week. "65 laps around this 1.5 mile track." And Jason Coleman cheering on Richie, hoping they keep it clean so he can pull off the win. Pace car leads him around the track. He will drop in. Pace car is in. They start on the green. Everybody lined up, ready to go. Barney the flag man up top. Green flag is in the air. They are down and away in Kentucky. These first few laps on cold tires definitely going to be interesting as we see some places they tried to go into turn 1, 3 wide. Everybody settles in. 2 wide. Cody Burke still up front. Kirk Marble way up the track in 3 and 4. Cody Burke leads lap 1 as they settle in back down the front straightaway. Chad Ragsdale. Oh, we've got 1 in the wall. Chad Ragsdale, 2 in the wall. Ragsdale did not take the grid. Looks like Brandon Jennings, one of the cars. Aaron Brill looks like he was the other car in the wall. Kirk Marble, obviously that high line we saw him doing at 3 and 4 was intentional. He has the fastest lap and is the only driver so far to break the 31-second mark. Hey, Jason, don't be giving away my ideas. A lot calmer restart than we saw last week at Irwindale, the bigger track, lending itself to a lot more space. Cody Burke continuing to lead, but Kirk Marble is back to his bumper. Patrick Pieper already up 5 spots into 6th. Jeremy Edwards on the move up 7 spots into 12th. Jacob Morgan up 4 spots into 14th. Mark Dantuma up 5 spots into 15th. Brandon Jennings has completed his pit stop and is back out on track. See if we can see what. Oh, Brandon gets pushed up into the wall. Great save, and he holds it up there as the whole field is coming by. Great save by Brandon Jennings. Now, we talked about it in practice. These cars have been a handful all night and on edge, but after about 10 to 15 laps, lap times will start to fall off as Jeremy Edwards and Larry Eddy battle side by side. Kyle Reeder just ahead in 9th. Austin Rushkoff under attack. Jacob Morgan looking under. Jacob Morgan now up into 13th, and Mark Dantuma closing in. Jason, you could look through our YouTube channel and you might find 1 or 2 Nowski races that have Richie in the booth. Nicholas Johnson now up 5 spots into 5th, reeling in Richie Joplin. Patrick Pieper right behind. And let's take a lap around with Pieper down the front straightaway, across the start-finish line, off into turn 1. Some of the drivers actually trail braking. You hear the tires squeal just a little bit. I have a feeling that's going to get a lot worse. In through 3 and 4, back on throttle down the front straightaway. And back across the start-finish line in 31.18 seconds. Kirk Marble still right on Cody's back bumper. Zach Wells and the rest of the crew not gaining any ground at the moment. Jeremy Edwards, on the other hand, still on the march, now up 10 spots into 9th. Jacob Morgan has made his way to 12th. Austin Ruskov continuing to struggle here tonight. He has dropped back into 15th, but out of 2, he's got a big run on Alex Harper. Couldn't capitalize on corner entry. Can he carry the momentum off turn 4? He's got a good run, but not enough speed. Jason, I 100% agree. I loved broadcasting those. Zach Wells, Richie Joplin, Nicholas Johnson, 3rd, 4th, and 5th right there together. Patrick Pieper about 1.5 seconds back, closing the gap. Garrett Korn in 7th, Chad Johnson in 8th. Jeremy Edwards back in 9th, Kyle Reeder holds on to 10th. Cody Burke starting to put a little bit of a gap on Kirk Marble. Brandon Jennings back in 21st, hoping for a caution to get him one or more of his laps back, and Pieper is in. Patrick Pieper is unexpectedly on pit road. Aaron Brill is in. Jake Archibald is in. This might be a strategy move. They are not taking tires. It's fuel only. Half the field is in. Kirk Marble, Zach Wells, Nicholas Johnson, Richie Joplin. Hey, good evening, Ants. How are you feeling, buddy? Cody Burke now in. Larry Eddy coming in. Jacob Morgan headed in. I'm wondering if they did not have enough fuel in the car. Kirk Marble back out on track. Remember, the vast majority of these drivers are not taking tires. Two drivers got a speeding penalty. Jeremy Edwards, who was really charging his way forward, and Garrett Korn. Bryson Witherspoon on pit road at the moment, but after the cycle of stops, Cody Burke has taken the lead back. That unexpected fuel stop definitely threw things for a loop, but honestly, since the start of this season, If there wasn't a little chaos, it wouldn't be an SMR Gen 4 race. Ants, I'm just glad you're doing better, buddy. We were both really worried about you. After the cycle of stops, Cody Burke, Kirk Marble out front. Pieper now to third, but he has Nicholas Johnson right on his bumper. Zach Wells, Richie Joplin not far behind, and Mark the Man Dantuma now up 13 spots into 7th place. Chad Johnson, Kyle Reeder, and Jacob Morgan round out the top 10. Morgan now up 8 spots. Alex Harper closing in 11th. Austin Ruskov picking up some ground. He is now at 12th. Look like that back end still hanging out a little bit off of turn 2. It is so easy to get loose out of turn 2 in these cars. Alex Harper is in the wall. He gets down off the safer barrier, but not before losing about 5 spots, maybe 6, as Joshua Nichols comes by. Aaron Brill also made up a lot of ground on pit road. Brill now up 7 spots into 15th, although he does appear to have some damage on the front end. 40 laps to go, and they all have enough fuel. They should be able to go the distance from here. It'll be interesting to see if anybody takes tires at any point during this race, as Larry Eddy and Jacob Morgan side by side for 10th. Jacob on the high side, Larry on the bottom. Larry gets the run out of turn 2 and takes 10th place. Good morning, Charles. Don't forget, if you've missed any of the excitement this season, and there's been a lot of it, you can find it all on our YouTube channel. Plus, all the exciting bits are all into shorts. You can see a lot of great action in a very short time, and we do have a lot of trucking and racing shorts coming this week. Larry Eddy cleared Jacob Morgan, now has gotten past Chad Johnson into 8th, and is running down Mark Dantuma. Larry Eddy took tires on his stop. Looks like Chad Johnson may have taken right sides. Aaron Brill back in 15th, also took 4 tires on his stop. And Jeremy Edwards back in 18th. What a heartbreak for him in the Sprite car. He was charging up through the field, but got that speeding penalty that has set him way back in 18th. Cody Burke has opened up a gap on Kirk Marble now, 5.4 seconds. Nicholas Johnson in third, about 6 seconds back as Pieper closing the gap. Pieper brings Richie Joplin and Zach Wells with him. Keep an eye on these two. Pieper and Joplin working together could be problematic for all the cars ahead. These are two drivers that have raced together and worked together for a very, very long time. Mark D'Antuma slips back to 8th as Larry Eddy continues his charge up into 7th place. I had to wonder about the few drivers that took 4 tires on the stop when everybody else took fuel, but Larry Eddy's strategy seems to be paying off. He started in 12th. He is up to 7th as we approach halfway. Kirk Marble in 2nd. Nicholas Johnson in 3rd is faster at the moment. But Pieper, Richie Joplin, and Zach Wells continue to close in. Larry Eddy, though, last time by, the fastest car on track. The fall off on the tires has been interesting to watch. Cody Burke, his fastest lap, a 30.89. Last time by, 31.92. Pieper is back in. Aaron Brill is back in. Did they make the tank too small tonight? If so, it's going to make this a 3-stop race, more than likely. Nicholas Johnson is coming in. After seeing Larry Eddy's performance, how many of these drivers are taking 4 tires? Pieper did. Brill did. Kyle Reeder headed in. Alex Harper is in. Nicholas Johnson almost to his pit stall. Cody Burke in the lone Dodge out on track. Kirk Marble is in. Richie Joplin, Zach Wells all on pit road. Larry Eddy now up to 2nd place, but a lot of these drivers are taking tires this time. Cody Burke has given up the lead. He is on his way in. Larry Eddy is on pit as Kirk Marble rolls out. Jason, I bet I'm faster. At the plate thing, not faster than Cody. Most of the field took 4 tires on this stop. Looks like Bryson Witherspoon did get a penalty. Patrick Pieper just set the fastest lap so far, 30.49. Kirk Marble 4.2 seconds ahead. And Cody Burke has gotten a penalty on pit road. He is now finally rolling. And Cody's coming off pit road in 13th place. after a speeding penalty. Kirk Marble out front, Pieper in second, Nicholas Johnson now in third, Richie Joplin in fourth, Zach Wells in fifth. Larry Eddy took 4 tires yet again, still holds on to sixth. Mark the Man Dan Tuma now up into seventh, Jacob Morgan in eighth. Kyle Reeder back in ninth, Aaron Brill now at 12 spots into 10th. Austin Ruskov starting to make some moves. Austin goes past Aaron on the bottom. He goes to 10th. Josh Nichols back in 12th. Cody Burke still in 13th and quite a ways behind. Kirk Marble in the lead is almost caught up to Cody Burke to put him a lap down. I don't think Cody's going to make this easy. Kirk goes to the high side. Cody doesn't fight it very hard, slides back up. Patrick Pieper back in second, 4.7 seconds back. The gap holding about steady. Nicholas Johnson in third, 1.25 seconds back. Richie Joplin about 2.3 seconds back, and Zach Wells. Larry Eddy is back in. Oh, holy cow. Larry Eddy has towed it in. Take a look at this. Looked like Larry was just trying to get in for his final stop. Hard on the brakes. Gets that inside pit wall. Goes around a hard brake. Two of the fastest cars on track. Now having major setbacks. Bryson Witherspoon also had a problem a moment ago. He has towed it into pit road. Looking at the pit strategy here, the longest stretch has been 18 laps on a tank of fuel. I suspect here in about 3 to 5 more laps, we're going to see final stops well and truly getting underway. Jason, a caution right now would definitely shake a lot of things up. Kirk Marble continues to pull away from Patrick Pieper. Nicholas Johnson, though, is closing in on Pieper. Richie Joplin back in fourth. Not gaining anything, but not losing anything to Zach Wells in fifth. Mark Dantuma now up to sixth. Jacob Morgan up to seventh. Kyle Reeder in eighth. Austin Ruskov has fought back into ninth. And Josh Nichols in 10th. Aaron Brill also up 11 spots into 11th. And if I'm right, we're going to start seeing pit stops any moment now. And things will get crazy once again. Kirk went a little high through 1 and 2, trying to come by, I believe that was Chad Johnson. Got a little squirrely there. Pieper and Nicholas Johnson side by side for second. It is definitely tough to exit turn 4 on the bottom here. Nicholas Johnson, though, keeping quite a bit of momentum. He sends it deep through 1. Wow. What a pass for second place by Nicholas Johnson. That's about as full send as you can get right there. Kirk Marble is in. They're within the window. Aaron Brill, Alex Harper are in. Now Pieper. Nicholas Johnson, Richie Joplin are in. Oh, Pieper's around. Zach Wells able to stay out. Let's see what happened. Did Pieper have contact? There's Pieper on the high side. Turns it down to pit road. Tries to outrun everybody. Slams the brakes. And it snaps around on him. Cody Burke, a very close call. Things just got shook up all over again. Kyle Reeder now in. Joshua Nichols now in. A few of the drivers trying to stretch. Here comes Zach Wells. Jacob Morgan turns in. Mark Dantuma headed in. Austin Ruskov coming in. Kirk Marble back out on track. And this time Richie Joplin got the speeding penalty. Kirk Marble just now reassuming the lead. Several cars still on pit road. A mix of different strategies here. Some taking 2, some taking 4, and a few taking no tires at all. Pieper at a fuel-only stop trying to make up for the time lost on pit road entry. Pieper now back up into third. And it looks like this time by only Richie Joplin getting a speeding penalty. Kirk Marble's lead over Nicholas Johnson now 10.1 seconds. Kirk is putting a whooping on him tonight. But he is now stuck in heavy lap traffic. This could get a little bit risky. Patrick Pieper has had an amazing recovery from his pit road incident to be in third, but no tires means Zach Wells back in fourth is closing in rapidly. Mark Dantuma in 5th did not take fuel, but Jacob Morgan did not take tires, but Jacob Morgan in 6th did, and he is running them down. 10 laps to go, coming to 9 to go for Kirk Marble. Oh ho! Austin Ruskov having a little battle there with Reeder and a few close calls right in front of Kirk, the leader. And it is worth noting, 3 pit stops, 3 pit cycles here tonight, and we have yet to have a caution as it looks like Reeder is in the wall. Jacob Morgan moves into 5th. Mark Dantuma back to 6th. Zach Wells has now moved into 3rd, pushing Pieper back into 4th. Richie Joplin has not given up the fight yet. He has fought his way back up into 14th. Unlikely he's going to pick up much more. After coming through lap traffic, Kirk's lap lead dropped to about 10 seconds. Nicholas Johnson in 2nd, Zach Wells in 3rd. Cody Burke, who got a penalty early on, has fought his way back into 11th. He is 3.5 seconds behind Chad Johnson. 5 to go for Kirk Marble. This race has definitely been a crazy one. Oh God, Ryan, I am so sorry. 4 to go for Kirk. Nicholas Johnson in 2nd, Zach Wells in 3rd, Jacob Morgan in 4th, Patrick Pieper in 5th. That top 5 unlikely to change. Josh Nichols shooting by Austin to take 7th. Two laps to go for Kirk Marble. He's got a 10.5 second lead on Nicholas Johnson. Zach Wells in 3rd. Ryan, they definitely are, buddy. And here we go, white flag in the air one more time around for Kirk Marble. After the first stop, Kirk took the lead. He has not looked back. He has extended it throughout every pit stop. And out of turn 4, Kirk Marble will get it done. He will pull off the win at Kentucky. Nicholas Johnson coming out of turn 4 will come home in second. And Zach Wells, with one heck of a run, comes home in third. We're going to talk to our top 3, but right now I do not see Zach Wells available, so we'll start with second place, Nicholas Johnson. Nicholas, that was one heck of a wild race, and you've got to be happy with the podium.
Yeah, for all the complaining I did in practice and qualifying about how I couldn't drive the car, I felt pretty good. I think I need to work on my pit entries. I noticed midway through the race, Pat Pieper was pitting. He was like the half straightaway back, and then I went in the pits and came out, and he was half straightaway ahead. So I think I know what I need to work on when it comes to no caution races. But congrats, Kirk. He was lights out tonight, and we'll be back next week.
Well, man, I have to say, having to make the strategy change on the fly tonight with the smaller fuel tank, that was a great run, great strategy, great stop, perfect run. Great job.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Nicholas Johnson comes home in second. And third place, Zach Wells, is available. Let's get a word with him. Zach, you started in third, you finished in third, you were just quietly staying out of trouble up there.
Yeah, I was trying to. I mean, a couple of the laps, it got real loose on me and had to back out of the gas a lot to save it, and then kept running my own race. Just a couple of incidences where it could have ended up real bad, but other than that, pitting started to come into it, and was looking at my laps. I figured I'd be able to stretch it to the end if I just took tires on that last lap. Not sure what they did, but obviously they were, blowing my doors off. They were a lot faster than I am, so not too bad. Can't complain ending up third tonight.
Well, man, it was a great job. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
And finally, our winner, Kirk, I have to say, it definitely looks like you want to have a whole lot of pit stops in a race.
I said there was a lot of pit stops, but it was kind of crazy because we didn't even have enough tires to take tires every pit stop.
Well, that definitely shakes things up a bit, but it obviously threw the strategy, into the mix, and you played it out perfectly. Every stop, you just got further and further and further away.
I say I don't know what happened to Cody there. I say he was definitely the class of the field. I say that first pit stop is when I decided not to take my fresh tires, and then the whole rest of the race I took fresh every single pit stop. So that probably helped me out.
It definitely did help you out. I know Cody, along with Richie Joplin, along with a lot of drivers, ended up with the multiple stops, getting speeding penalties tonight, and that definitely. There was a problem with everybody that came charging toward you tonight on pit road, which gave you a lot of help too.
Yes, I almost had a few of my own problems there on pit road, so thank God that didn't happen.
Well, it definitely didn't. You definitely dominated. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, thanks, Doug.
Kirk Marble wins. Wow, what a race that was. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to run get some oxygen now. That was wild. We will see you tomorrow night at 9 Eastern for Jones BS Racing season finale. We'll see you then. Have a great night, everybody.